Hello everyone, I would like to introduce you to Marion County, West Virginia. It's in the middle of everywhere and full of history and fun, not to mention delicious food and beer. Start your day off right with a locally brewed cup of coffee and a breakfast meal from Joe and Throw, where you can learn how to throw your own cup of coffee on their pottery wheels. Not only does this town have 2 exciting and challenging 18-hole disc golf courses in Morris Park, but a short drive away is a step back in time at Prickett's Fort, where they featured costumed interpreters and demonstrations of colonial crafts. Make sure you stop by Summit Financial, which offers investment, retirement, and estate planning, life insurance, and long-term insurance. And after all that, enjoy a beer and dinner while listening to live music at the Rambling Root. We want to thank the Marion County Visitors Bureau and the Fairmont Flyers for inviting us out to cover this amazing event again this year. Now let's get the show started. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Disc Golf Examiner. Today we're bringing you coverage from round 1, back 9 of the 2022 Seth Burton Memorial. I'm your host, Brian Keegan, joined today by Brad Schick. How are you doing, Brad?
Hey, Brian, I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
And Josh Smith, the TD for the event. Josh, how are you doing?
Hey, good. Thanks for having us. Can't wait to see this stuff in person here.
That's right. So we're going to go ahead and start things off on hole 10. I'll let you guys take it away.
Yeah, hole 10 on Orange Crush is the first par 5 presented to the players. It played a little easier, about a 4.34 on the stats, 612 feet.
This is such a fun throw. I think if I lived here, I would likely throw 3 or 4 shots off of this tee every single time. I'd say this is the softest par on the course by far. And, you know, if you get off the tee clean, I believe that you're likely going to get a 4. But there's very, very, very good opportunities to get eagle on this as well. So hit the first gap, let it fly flat, and it's just going downhill. So
yeah, I see a lot of people throw a mid just for control or fairway type driver. Not sure what Cody went with there, but he got a little dink off a tree.
Still way down there. He's good amount down there. I found that the lower you can keep it, just like that. That's kind of my goal. Get that low line, and then the skip on it will just go, go, go. And it's a little unfortunate to get that kick off the tree, but still a really good shot.
You can really pull your scramble game out on this hole.
Right. I thought I missed this, but I got really fortunate with the reverse skip there, and good spot. So.
Great kick, sets you up for the eagle look almost here.
So close. Still flew long ways though after that tree kiss though.
Yeah, getting off the tee is important on every hole on this course.
Mm-hmm. Just nothing but a thumber. So in case you haven't seen the front 9 coverage yet, Matt has thrown approximately 13 to 12, maybe 15 thumbers already on the front 9. So we're on the back 9. He's got to start it right off. So
is this our first forehand roller of the day?
This is the first one I've seen, I believe, and it is a good one too.
Oh, it's taken off.
Way up there. That's great. Green. Yes. That's just probably outside circle from probably 300 feet. So well done, Cody. Such good control.
Might see another one, or is this just a air Annie type shot?
Yeah, he's been throwing this mid. I don't know what this is called, but you'll see it even on this side. He throws this mid so well on just a basic sidearm. He puts it on the line and it holds, and he's confident, very confident in it. And when he lets it go, it's on a string.
That is his pyro.
Okay.
Wow. Oh, look how stable it got. Oh man, it's parked.
Yeah, give that kid a signature pyro because he's got it. He's got it dialed.
Wow.
And I'm trying to do the exact same thing. This is just a buzz, and I'm just trying to hit the same exact line, which I was thrilled with this shot, and just the one tree that I was trying to skip by, and I got it. So
interesting plays there, yeah. More traditional backhand, probably a putter.
mm-hmm.
Put it right up there.
That's an easy birdie.
Mm-hmm.
And this is for eagle.
Cody doing those good things in woods courses, especially if that's for winning the West Virginia Open.
Mm-hmm.
Should be right at home on Orange Crush. Oh, he is. Wow.
Good putt. Gets him going. I'm probably 35 to 40. And air ball. Not good.
Good little birdie. All right.
Yeah. Didn't want to miss that up after such a good drive and a really good approach to the 3-putt would have been really bad. Trevon picking up an eagle and dropping to 8 down after 10 holes, which is just scorching this course. It's not that easy, guys, I promise.
7 eagles on the day on this hole. They made the pro field made this hole look easy, but
yeah.
Okay, hole 11 here. This is a very downhill, tight gap. It kind of opens up at the beginning, squeezes us right there for the short tee, and then if you can poke through this little gap of 3 trees here, you can put yourself down on the green to score. And I even consider a 3 a good score here. But
I totally agree.
Yeah, there are some rare 2s. You got a pure one to get there, but
that slope from right to left again. It's like a broken record. If you watch the front 9, all these holes seem to fall from right to left. So the right-handed backhand shot is really touchy. You got to commit to it. It's got to hold that line, and one tree kick to the left, and it could fly 100, 200 feet the wrong way. So well downhill. And again, the video may not do it as the justice, but such a fun shot to throw. Maybe not a fun shot to look for discs, but a fun shot to throw. So Cody's just going backhand putter here, I believe.
I like that play.
Yep.
A little low.
But if that's up probably 2-3 feet in the air, it's probably down there for a putt.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good angle right there to show you the slope and the hills and whatnot.
You can see all the hard work the Fairmont Flyers Disc Golf Club have done on this course, and we had to mow every inch of this place.
It looked amazing, Josh.
Thank you.
There you go.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, it is. Good shot. He's just on fire. I mean, that's inside the circle.
Wow. 8 down through 11. Are you kidding me?
8 down through 10. 8 down through 10.
Oh, through 10. Yeah, sorry.
He's not even done with 11 yet. Give him a minute.
Oh, Brad almost aces it. Whoa.
We were talking about on the front 9, Josh. I believe the course record was set by Chris Dickerson.
Yep.
At 10 under. Is that correct?
11. It was 55.
11 under. Okay, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Trevon is pacing for that.
And it doesn't hit trees. It's down there.
Good shot there. Stop.
Oh.
That's the trouble on this hole. You could get one kind of holding up high and then just a little roll, and it just keeps going and going and going. So
some of our club members asked us not to mow the greens on these holes, so they wouldn't roll. That's a good upshot there. You get over that hill where you're at, Brad. That's a tough putt down there.
Yeah. Oh no.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was not Matt's best effort. Probably just wasn't thinking about that one tree, just thinking about his line and landing it flat and just kind of yanked it a little, but it's going to drop one there.
Yeah, tree 9.
Up down there, probably like 40. It's probably like 40 feet, but it's straight uphill, so it probably plays like 70 feet. It's just such an awkward shot. And then I'm on the side of the hill coming the other way, so a little awkward.
Good look there. Fortunate to stay up there.
Yeah, it was. I'm kind of just. You either make it or it's just don't roll. And this is a great opportunity for Trevon, but highly scary.
Little death putt here, but not too bad.
He does have those trees in his way directly in front of him too, so it just placement is just slightly. Oh, and he almost had it.
Wow. So he had to split those trees. See, I was down the hill. I couldn't actually see what he was doing, but
Yeah.
that was to go 9 after 11, which would have been a silly pace.
Yeah.
But 8 is still fantastic.
Absolutely. And Matt there taking the bogey as we move on to hole 12. This one is a par 3. It is 320 feet. This one plays slightly uphill and to the left. Of course, you have a gap to hit somewhere through these trees, most likely.
Yeah, I forgot to give a spoiler. No birdies on hole 11.
Oh,
wow.
In the first round. That's how hard it was.
Yeah, that's tough.
I believe it.
It's par 3.5 at least. So
Yeah.
hole 12. This one's tough though too. It says 320. I bet it plays 420 at least. I'd say it's more than slight uphill. It is quite a bit uphill, and that red basket is kind of right where you're trying to kind of land or go over, and then you've got yourself about a 45 foot putt over. So again, the sidearm will allow you to get the disc turning, but then as it starts to flex out, it'll still carry up the hill. So you'll see a lot of sidearms. The backhand, you don't have that same option to kind of get the hyzer on it. It's going to just keep flying as a hyzer and fall out of the sky. So you either have to have extreme power to throw backhand or try the sidearm to get it turning to allow it then kind of flex out and get a little more distance. So
yeah, this is a difficult one. All the holes on Orange Crush have nicknames, and we called this one the tutorial because it's just like, well, what can you throw straight through a gap? And
yeah, this is tough. I mean, the key is getting through those first 2 trees. Trevon got through that and then caught a late one, but again, when you're trying to get it up in the air to fly so high, one kick to the right, mine kicks to the left, Trevon's kicks way to the right, but you have to get the height to have any chance to penetrate up through that fairway. So, let's pick your poison.
From the left, sometimes you have a good shot, at least at the basket on the right side going to the long basket. It's tough angles.
Oh, that was a great shot by Matt. Little unfortunate.
Trevon in scramble mode.
Yeah, he's probably at least 150 away, I'd say 100 to 150 away. But on that side slope and getting it to land with this sidearm approach is a little tricky too.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the angles too here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he had a shot.
Well done.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna give it a go here, aren't you? Oh,
yes. I've seen too many bad things happen on this hole, hitting baskets and rolling 100 feet. Really pretty boring. Three's not a bad score on this hole. I would venture to say there were less than. I bet there were no birdies on this. That'd be my guess.
I'm going to have to shock you. It played as a 3.1 average with 8 birdies.
There were 8 twos on orange?
And 8 birdies on this. And spoiler alert, I think you've all thrown, none of them were on this card. So,
dang. That's impressive. Okay.
Barksdale, GT Hancock, Kevin Kiefer, a bunch of people, Blake Kelly.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll shut up then. So. It's harder than that.
It is hard.
This hole is one of the hardest. This is a par 3, guys. 389 feet, straight downhill. I would argue that it plays further than 389. I don't know why, even though it's straight downhill. And now you can throw putters, you can throw mids, you can throw anything you want. But to hit the first and second and third gap and fourth gap and not get a kick off to the right or left is really tricky. If you can get down in here into this gully, you definitely have a good putt because you have this backstop where you can run putts from all different spots on the hole and not be so worried about the rollaways and whatnot. But off this tee, you have to hit these early gaps But if you kick right or left early, it's just bogeyville all day. So that's a great shot by Cody. Like really good. Wow.
13 par 3, definitely played a little harder, 3.59 average. And it is all about hitting that gap, whether it's a sidearm or a backhand. It is tight, kind of opens up. And once you get through the first part, but once you get through that first gap, there's more gaps, like you said.
Mm-hmm. It is so hard. Yeah.
Late tree.
Not good.
But actually, I'd say getting at least 100 feet or so off the tee is better than first available.
Sure.
Yeah.
Rosier going with the thumber and caught up early as well. So we had some trouble on this hole. I think the hardest thing on this is if you're from out of town, you don't really practice these upshots. You throw three or four shots, and you only look at your good one and go down there and go, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. And then you don't really try like this shot. You would never go and practice and say, let me practice the sidearm roller from 250 feet away. Like you just don't do it. So when you get into these events and you're trying these for the first time, it's just sometimes awkward. So
shut down early there. That would have been a nice approach. Really about sticking that land and getting down there, and then hitting anywhere on the green is favorable. As you see some good stuff, you just got to get there.
Yeah. Rosier's going to have a little work left there. Trevon from 100-ish.
Yeah. Give it a good run. Oh, wow. Stop.
Down. Yeah, it did. There it goes.
Good.
Heck of an effort from that far away.
Yeah, we just built that basket back up. It was losing some dirt around it, so we built it up and put some new concrete in. And rock wall there can be a little troublesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rosier.
He didn't like that out of his hand.
Oh,
He knew
but
it.
we can see it catches disc too. All right.
Yeah.
It gives and it takes. Nice putt.
Yeah, that was. I think a 3 on this feels like a birdie to me. It's just so hard.
Yeah.
Not going to lose a stroke to very many people. I would say there were more 6s than 2s. Is that accurate?
There was one birdie on the day.
So I had
Daniel Brooks Wells.
That's excellent. There had to be at least a couple 6s.
Yeah.
What do we got here, Josh?
Yeah, 377, hole 14. So, we took you down the hill, and now we got to take you back up. But first, you got to get across this ravine here. And really good play is just to get to the other side, right there where there's green grass. We did trim up some of the higher branches recently. With the club has a new pole saw, so we did open it up, but it's still a tight gap. So landing right there where the drone just flew over is perfect, because then you leave yourself a chance for an upshot to get past this red basket and up on top to the orange. It's probably we think the hardest par 3, and it did play as a 3.71, 377 feet. So it's a very difficult ball.
I was saying in my groups, as many years as I've come to this tournament, I have never seen it birdied. I don't recall. It's just so hard. And I mean, it's just, I think even if the branches were trimmed up, it'd give you more of an opportunity, but I still think it's just so hard to get anywhere close. I even think the red basket's is a true par 3, but
yeah,
that orange one is just, that extra 100 feet with the elevation makes it another feel like 175 feet,
Yeah.
It's way up there. So, I would say this one's a par 4, and then hole 10 would be that would be a par 4. Like you could swap the numbers.
Yeah, keep the overall par the same. We might have to do that.
That was a little early there for Trevon, and not a good spot.
Yeah, when we first built this hole here, and I knew we were throwing over this gap with the creek down there and all that brush, I was afraid. I was like, man. So we put the short tee as close as we could to it, so you could just hopefully rifle over it. But that long tee, Yeah, where Trevon's that's actually all right. Like if he's 10 feet back, he's got nothing.
He got a little fortunate, as bad as it was. Because I've been down there where you were just talking 10 feet short, and you almost can't throw. It's just it's brutal. So, and even down here, it's no walk in the park. This is a really tough up and down to get the birdie.
Oh yeah.
Or I shouldn't say birdie.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, it feels like I would agree that this is one of those ones where the basket placement change definitely changes the par.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, I'll put in my petition to the TD to change it. So if you know anybody,
for sure.
This is about as good as I can get, and it's a good spot to land. Just gives you a chance to get up and down and be as open as possible. So distance isn't as important, I think, as being just in the middle, because you start cutting off your angles where Trevon is. This is a lot more tricky.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that, yeah, no twos on the day. So that was another very difficult hole. And, definitely a candidate for a par 4.
Yeah. I vote yes.
Woo, what a putt.
That was a heck of a 3 there from Cody, from probably 60 straight up, 50 to 60 straight up the hill. And it's perfect. He made some big putts. Love it. I love playing with Cody.
Yeah, he's been a presence here year after year, as you have too, Brad. So we definitely appreciate y'all coming. Rosier with the big one.
All over the metal.
Mm.
So Trevon finally has a hiccup. Gives one back.
Yeah.
Was able to tie him up with the par. Rosier's dropping 1. Cody's staying the par. So 6-6-3-3 or 6-6-3 par. Sorry.
15, a dog leg left, but first you got to go up this hill and have another gap, of course. But if you can get out to the right and right-hand side of this and then fade left with a backhand, or maybe sneak a slow turning and sidearm around the bend here, you'll have a good chance to get down this second fairway towards the basket. And as you've noticed, Brad, you've played it twice now. What do you think of the orange basket moving down the hill a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's a great addition. So if you've been there in the past, the red basket, there was one about 35 feet right there.
Yeah.
And this new basket with the cleared brush and everything, I think it adds a lot of character to the hole. It looks great. You know, you guys, I know there was a lot of clearing, but you would think that thing has been there for years, and it just looks really clean. So great addition to the hole, and appreciate all the work you guys did to get it ready. So that's a really good shot by Cody. Straight up the hill and just let it fall over. I try a more aggressive line with the sidearm just to get that turn, because once it gets down that hill, it just kind of, you can really gain a lot of speed. Caught a little bit early, but still.
What are you throwing there, Brad?
That's a pretty stable nuke there.
Nuke. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Trevon said, I've never tried a sidearm on this hole, and then he does it during the tournament. So gotta love the youth.
Oh. Yeah, that's the tree you want to miss. I hit it backhand and you see it sidearm. It's the one to miss right there on the left.
Mm-hmm. I think it was Trevon that said he had never thrown a sidearm. Maybe it was Dan. I forget who it was. I thought it was Trevon. I could be making that up. He can correct me. He's way back now, so he's definitely throwing in a sidearm this time just to bend that corner and hopefully get way down there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he did get way down there.
Got some distance, yep. Yeah, from here, there is a left gap to get down to the basket, and there's also the right gap kind of by the red basket. I don't know which one's more favorable. I've been taking the right gap, but this looks pretty good.
Oh, yeah, wow. There you go. Unfortunate roll, but again, that slope, it's just hard to get him to stop. But this is a tough shot too. Again, with that slope, one kick off of a tree and he goes the wrong way and it just keeps sailing. But he's got this putter dialed, and that is
what a kick!
So good. It was fun to watch. And I'm taking this left gap. It looked like the biggest window, and just trying to judge the distance, and I was pretty happy with that.
Nice.
Oh,
Just laying up.
yep.
Yeah, good layup.
I was thinking he was putting to the red when I go, what was that? And then I realized he wasn't aimed at the red. Cody for birdie, I believe. Yes.
Oh yeah,
This
this
is
whole
third.
get it. Oh, of course.
Sure did.
Yeah. Hole played
Turning it on.
3.66 on average, 18 birdies on the day. It was a very popular hole for birds.
Good scoring spread, though. I think I haven't looked at the stats, but you could definitely get some bogeys and some pars and some birds, which is, I think, what you're after. Trevon for par.
Yeah, we knew Orange Crush was difficult, so we definitely had to add some holes that were more birdieable. I think this is definitely one you feel like you got to get a 3 or a 4, but you want the 3.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I feel like I'm really happy with birdie on that, to be honest.
Yeah. All right. Hole 16. We love this one. Throwing down into the gully of Orange Crush. If you get kicked to the left here, anywhere at all, really, you're in so much trouble. I mean, that creek down there. If you go the edge, you're okay. But if you go like 10 feet left, you're in trouble. Right's not as bad, but it's not great. You really just want to pure something down the middle and try to hit the middle fairway. If you can't pure it all the way down to the basket.
This is such a hard hole. I don't know what it is. For me, it's just a really touchy shot. I think it's for most people that don't live in West Virginia, we just don't have holes like this. And so to try to control the flight on that elevation drop, your disc just starts doing weird things. And so you have to get it online, a little bit understable. But again, once it starts to pick up speed, it oftentimes will start flipping over faster than you anticipate. So you pick up something more stable and kind of, don't snap it like that. Kicks left. It's a touchy shot. And Cody got bad kick and then a great kick and pushed him way down the hill. So good breaks.
Very good. Yeah. Throwing nose down on this is super important. I seen you go with the backhand. Okay.
Yeah. And I just totally yanked it and got a really bad kick.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate the cleanup that you guys have done this year to the right, because I feel like that is much more open than it ever was in the past. But it might have just kicked me further because it was open. So I don't know whether to thank you.
That's true. Got to have the good with the bad.
Matt just threw a really good shot and got unfortunate and kicked straight left. He needed a little bit of the Cody love. And Trevon plays this hole well in years past and just has this little flip up mid. And I really like that.
It's carrying. Oh, he's down the green.
And
look at this.
Perfection.
Wow.
That is so good.
Trevon, what was that disc?
I'm in crap. These are shots you don't practice. You just kind of get in there. And give a shout out to my caddy, Eric, who is amazing.
Just taking your medicine here, playing for a bogey?
Yeah, I really didn't know what to do. I was just trying to figure out a way to get down as far as I can because there's still a lot of trees in the way. So just try to pick up biggest window and got a decent skip to give myself like 50 feet maybe, which was a win. But the damage is done off the tee.
Sure. Yeah. Remember, we had to build this area up. All those culverts you see, our disc golf club installed them to actually build up around the creeks to give us like walking bridges to get over it and to help drain the water at the same time too.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
So this was a lot rougher when we first came down here.
I bet. Cody for birdie after the generous kick right. You do not want to be early left. That is just bad news.
Gives it a nice little bid there.
Yeah, I am just some awkward footing. I think it's like 45, 50 away.
Yeah, that's a tough putt there. I know where you're at. Oh, good bid.
Yeah, just a little bit short. dropping a stroke. I think it's the first bogey of the day, so it's kind of disappointing. The goal is always to get around here bogey free, as you are on most courses, but it's tough to do on this Orange Crush because it only takes one kick and you're in trouble. So great save by Rosier there. That was awesome.
Yeah, very
Unexpected.
good.
Yeah, his putting is. I love it. And this is the drive.
Wow. It's almost tap in birdie for Trevon.
Yep. It's well done. 2-stroke swinger between us. Can't imagine there were tons of birdies on this one either. Was there under 5?
There was 10.
What?
Birdies on the day. And only
Come
from this
on.
card was, you just Trevon. But so
Man.
Justin Worrell, Ben Krieger, Andre Homer,
Wow.
Aaron
That's
Collins.
crazy. All right. Well, I'll be quiet.
No, these are fun. Hole 17, 381. This one's another kind of dog leg left with a later turn. You really just got to get up this hill, a sidearm or a distance stretched like backhand to get right up there where those trees are. Sets you up for a nice sidearm or even a backhand approach to this orange basket on the left. This hole is a lot of fun because I think it gives you two different shots to get to the basket. So.
Yeah, for anyone who's never played this, who's watching coverage for a tournament, do not go early left. Just don't. It looks like a basic backhand, and people short arm it a little bit because of that slope. And if you go off early left, you're done. Like there's no chance. So, Trevon trying to throw the sidearm to not miss early left and then pulled it early left. And Cody, this is kind of the line you want. You have to stand that thing up, get up.
That's a good kick, though.
Yeah, that was a fortunate kick, so he'll be in the open, but let's see if Matt can correct on that. Just have to get it turned kind of to the right of that center tree or just miss it.
That looks better.
Great. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got to do. And if you go any earlier than that, over to the left, you're done. So I just try to play really safe on this because distance isn't all that important to me. It's more about staying off to the right and then just make a good upshot.
Nice. I'm sure there's a lot of controlled mid-ranges being used on this course and a lot of sidearms being thrown today.
Yeah, this course, I just realized, I think I've thrown 16 off the tee out of 17 holes, which is kind of crazy.
Nice.
This is Cody's probably 200-ish feet away. Again, that slope from right to left is kind of tough to tell on the camera that you can't let the hyzer on the backhand right shot go to the left or it just goes and goes and goes. So you do see a lot of sidearm approaches just to stay off that slope.
Good control on your upshot there. Let's see what Trevon can do. Imagine it's that overstable oh no, a little flippy different disc. Slides it right underneath.
So good.
He's going to thumber it in.
It's been 10 minutes at least since he's thrown one, so. So controlled, though.
Wow. Cody can taste it. Oh,
yeah.
What a putt.
His putting today was perfect. He was putting so well. Take the birdie and get out. That's all I can ask for on that hole.
Mm-hmm.
Star frame.
Yeah, that's a good one there. 25 birdies on the day. So that hole played very, very well. 3.5 average. Hole 18. This was we wanted it to be like a traditional woodsy gap kind of hole because we had a lot of, besides 13 downhill, we had a lot of really open wooded fairways, which we like. So this one, your drone person, Patrick, did a great job, Brian. And but this one we thought was one of our favorite par fives that we've played on this course, originally too, because I think it's demanding. You think it's a true par five, Brad?
Yeah, I do. I think the key is if you can get off the tee and pick up 250 to 300 feet, I think it becomes a very easy birdie. That's not always so easy to do, though. This first shot, I mean, you see people get caught up early, and then that takes the birdie out of play almost immediately. So Lots of different options. You can go left side, you can go down the middle, you can try to throw a roller and miss your gap like Trevon did and hit the right gap. Like
Now, he usually
um,
goes the left gap, right?
he does go that left gap with the roller, but on that shot he pulled it just a little bit. Again, broken record, hill sloping from right to left, and so you have to be very, very cautious on where your disc is going to end up and the spin you put on it and the angle, or it could fly 100 feet the wrong way and just not stop forever until it's hit someone's yard down on the left. So
Yeah. I don't know if you remember, Brad, but years ago, there was no sidearm shot there at all.
mhm.
And we cleaned that up to give the second option. And now I think the left-hand side we need a little bit more attention to open it up for these righties too. So.
Yeah, the left side before, I mean, there was no, I don't even feel like there was really an eagle opportunity before. It was like you were trying to get to the short tee. That right side though, back in the day, it was not as open, and I feel like it was a sucker shot. Like you wanted to try to get more distance, and it caused more trouble. Now it seems to me like the preferred line. So
Good.
Trevon landed in a good spot, even after the bad roller, and then just got a really good skip off of that sidearm there. So he's in a good spot for birdie.
Yeah, sometimes you throw hard and good things happen. So it was a skip a little left there.
Yeah, I picked up some good distance on it. So trying to just get the birdie at that point. Once the drive is so far back, just keep moving the disc forward. Pick up 150 feet at a time, and you probably can get your birdie.
Yeah. And I had to correct myself from earlier. You guys were correct. It was 56 that Dickerson shot the course record. So all this time I thought it was 11.
Rosier, bad roll.
Yeah, we definitely cleaned up not only this hole, but the right upper hillside. So if you got, oh man, that was
Oh
not.
no.
Oh.
That's what we're talking about right there, that slope. And we're all like, what just happened? Because Cody was just hitting line after line after line, and that thing flew at least 125 feet down the hill, and luckily caught the last little bit because that was someone's yard over there.
Yeah.
That's not how you want to finish a round, because he was fighting back, making big putts, and just that's the thing about Orange Crush, though. It's just you're not done until you're done.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 502 feet, but we thought the par 5 was appropriate because of all the trees and the gaps and the different, routes that you had to take to get to the basket. So if you get the 4 on this, I think you're happy. And there were some eagles today. The best weather day of the tournament.
Yeah, we said the sun was shining. We kind of forgot. So this is Trevon's eagle attempt. Now he's got a drop-in birdie. He finished with a really good 9 down.
Take that.
A rough ending for Cody. That was disappointing. I'm sure he's. What if I had not hit that first tree and just thrown something more safe? It's one of those. Rosier, stop.
Could have kept on going out here, but I know that hillside's not too bad right there. Get to hear all the folks on Pleasant Valley Road down there while you're putting.
Yeah, it's loud.
Oh, get it. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Nice eagle.
Great way to end, dropping in the 70-ish, 60, 70. I don't even know how far it was, but just enough to, yeah.
Great shot.
Just get me off this course.
You got to come back tomorrow.
Yeah, that was a good one. It's always fun to end on a good note. And
how many better notes you can end on there?
Good par there by Matt after some trouble. And Cody, unfortunately, dropping in the bogue.
Single boge's not bad for being off the beaten path.
He was doing a lot of hacking around, so yeah. Trevon with the bird.
And that's going to do it for our round one coverage at the 2022 Seth Burton Memorial. Join us tomorrow where we'll have round two, front nine, and back nine coming out. We want to say a very special thank you to Josh and Brad for doing commentary. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks, Brian.
And I want to say a very special thank you to all the sponsors who made the event possible. Until next time, keep banging those chains.